I've been waiting for this moment for so long, but my friend Sydney is back.
It was Sydney
and also Jamie.
Yeah.
The life of a weekend warrior is full of longing. If you're a weekend warrior, you know what I mean. Even if you love your job like I do, your heart tugs to get outside and adventure. A typical court climb schedule goes as follows. Monday is a day of recapping the weekend, sharing photos, and unpacking the car. Tuesday and Wednesday are figuring out what crag you're going to climb at. Thursday is a day to reassess and repack gear. Friday is a pointless day at work and a late night drive to the crag. For me, I find a lot of inspiration and entertainment in connecting with others in real life and online that are just as passionate about climbing as I am. This video is about 2 weekends of amazing fall Red River Gorge climbing, filled with some of the people that inspire and entertain me throughout my work weeks. I have been eagerly awaiting these weekends for months because these are all climbing friends that I don't get to see that often.
We have made it to Coyote Cliffs. This is like the farthest crag you can get to in Muir Valley, or if it's not, it's definitely one of them. But I'm super stoked because look at this. Looks sick. We're gonna hop on a 5.9 plus. It's like this dihedral thing. It looks pretty cool.
We started off November in the red with our friends Sydney and Jamie. Sydney lives near Denver and Jamie lives in Atlanta, and we met them on a previous Red River Gorge trip when we climbed at the Great Wall. On that trip, we coincidentally ran into each other at 3 separate occasions, so I felt like it was the universe's way of telling us we'd be together on future adventures. It's finally fall in the red, and the leaves are hues of red and yellow. The weather is prime and in the mid-50s range, with sunlight glinting in and out of the trees. The first route we try our hand at is Phantasia, a 5.9 plus that runs up a cool-looking dihedral. The start is reachy for shorter climbers like Sid and I, but once past that, the route is chill and straightforward until about the 4th or 5th bolt. At this point, it turns into a series of 3 to 4 awkward mantles, thus the name Phantasia. I can't think of many 5.9s in the red that I've enjoyed nearly as much as I enjoyed this route. Next up, we check out Bombardier, a 510B that really only seemed to have one move at the top that warranted the grade. Jamie is a strong climber, and one of the things I love about him is how humble and encouraging he is to the people around him. Sydney and Jamie grew up together in the same town in Pennsylvania, but were a few grades apart and didn't really hang out that much. When Sydney was really little, she used to raise pigs to show and sell through a program called 4-H, but she didn't realize that the pigs would ultimately meet their fate at the end of the process and be sold to local families. Years later, Jamie and Sydney started climbing together, and when she learned of his last name, she gasped. "Your family ate my pig," she shouted. I truly believe this may be one of Jamie's biggest flaws.
We just got off Bombardier, which is a 510B, and it's pretty straightforward until the very last move from the last clip before the anchors. It's kind of like a big reach up move, and I kind of reached out left into like this weird side pull thing instead of doing the move, the undercling into the move like everyone else was, but hey, it worked. And now Sydney and Jamie are on an 11A, so we're gonna go check that out. I went up there to get a better angle. It's just all trees. It's literally just all trees. How did we feel about the 9?
The 9 was good. It was a tricky start. How did you guys? I don't know how you guys started that.
There's like an undercling.
Yeah, I used that, but then
I didn't get it though. I didn't get it. I think it's a height thing.
Yeah, I had to jump to the edge.
The theme of the trip is literally just Sid. I had to jump. Dude, this route looks so fun. It's really pockety, and it's pretty overhung. Let's see if I can get a better angle. It doesn't really show how overhung it is, but it's fairly overhung.
The next route we hopped on was a very overhung pockety 10. I bolt-to-bolted the route and got very pumped out, but it was a lot of fun and good motivation to work more on my endurance.
Talk to you. Why don't you feel anything anymore?
So how did you feel about the 10 that we just did?
I really like it. Like, it's the exact type of climb that I feel like the best on. Because, I mean, the bolts are really close, so I'm not that worried about the falls. It's all just power and getting through it. And there's a couple like spots where you gotta trust your grip. So like I really like it.
He's real curled.
He's not gonna.
Oh,
open
yeah,
up.
he is. Look,
Sid has found a millipede.
we gotta do it real quick. He'll curl up real quick.
Ready?
Ew, ew, ew. Oh, he's so squirmy. He did not like that.
Oh
Not
yeah.
like the mustache.
Would you like if someone picked you up?
Maybe it's interesting. I like being picked up.
Light faded and we grabbed food at Skybridge Station. Sydney and I sit by the fire, flipping through old climbing books, pages filled with young Lynn Hills and Tommy Caldwells. I watch as Sid's face lights up with the turn of every page. It's extremely rare for me to find a person that gets excited in the same way I do about all of life's little moments. At camp, Sid's friend Mac shows up, and we all mess around with this light-up bocce ball set that I won as a prize from work. We laugh in the dark, colorful lights playing across our faces. I have a habit of rating my days on a scale of 1 to 10. I usually never give anything less than a 5 or more than a 9. Today was a perfect 10. Sunday, we wake up to a bright, cool morning at Miguel's.
Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you can tell how packed our car is, but it's like there's 4 people.
What do you mean?
5 people in a Prius. It's so squished.
Prius is the most roomy car.
If you parked at Phantasia on October the what is today?
It's
November the 7th, 6th. We don't like you. You took our parking spot.
The day's first route is Perverse Intentions, a really fun climb to the left of a large flake.
Sid.
I felt super powerful pulling through some of the moves towards the middle, and everyone was encouraging me, and it made me want to try a lot harder.
Like this. This is weird. Whereas if you do this, ergonomically designed to do this, it's boom,
Design.
ready to clip, just like that.
Design.
So is this.
No, you have to do.
Dude, click gates in, it's the same thing. It's just boom.
Okay, it looks
Boom.
nice.
No,
and all.
okay.
Feels
Well, I guess if you're
unnatural.
using your
I use pointer
fingers,
fingers.
that's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Wait, what do you use besides your fingers to grab?
My thumb.
You use your thumb. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
your thumb is
Yeah,
now
if you
not
do
a finger.
If you do gates in with your thumb, then yeah,
No,
that's
it's a
so
finger.
weird. I do gates in with my pointer finger, and I
Well,
just boom, boom.
What do you do?
You could
But look,
potentially
boom.
drop your thing
See
by
this?
not
That's
having
true.
a controlling
Oh,
thumb in
That is
place.
true. I don't have a firm
Yeah, I
grip.
get it. I just
Oh my
hate it.
gosh. Okay,
It ain't happening.
Jamie, in or out?
Gates in.
Boom,
Okay.
Team
and you
gates in.
miss
Max,
the lip.
in or out?
Gates out all day, every
Okay,
day.
I understand why people do gates out, but it just feels right. Like,
So your gate's in.
How does that feel right? That's not even.
It feels right.
It feels right.
Jen, your gate's out.
Is like
Obviously, I'm not an animal.
I'm team gates in.
Gates in or gates out? Let me know in the comments. And smash that like button.
Hit that.
We hop on Overlord, a crimpy, slabby 10B, before saying an extremely reluctant goodbye to our friends. I want to be sad, but I know I'll see them again. As we sit in the parade of red taillights on our drive home, I think about all of the people in all the cars and how some of them have to be driving towards or away from the people that they love. Are their favorite snacks pretzels? That's Jamie's favorite snack. The work week drags by.
Hi. So we're on our way back to the Red, and I'm sitting here, and Jed's like, "Hey, we're almost at the airport to pick up Dakota, his brother, who's flying in. Will you look the map or look and see what he says?" And Dakota had texted us his location, and it turns out that we were at the completely wrong airport. So now we're 30 minutes away. We're going to pick him up. But pro tip, if your friends are flying in to an airport, make sure you figure out which one.
There's one stick in here.
Hello! We made it to the right airport.
Maybe we should have put that stick on your side, Courtney.
Good job.
I'm gonna need to shut
Good morning. We're on our way to the chocolate factory, my favorite place to climb. Woohoo! And we get to see a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a really, really long time, and I'm very, very excited about it.
For this trip, we met up with one of my internet friends from Cincinnati named Andy. If you've seen the short video of me showing how I drew all over my climbing helmet, Andy was the inspiration for that, because she drew one that was way cool. Andy also runs her own YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description. The first routes we hopped on at Chocolate Factory were Grandpa Joe and Grandma Josephine. It was cool too, because this climber Mo, that I've watched in a Real Rock film before, was there with her crew, including their adorable dogs Teddy and Queso.
Alright, we have got the one and only Andy with us today.
Hello.
There are probably multiple Andys, but I choose to say that you're the one and only. How did you like the 9?
Oh, it was so fun. There's like a big compression-y movement in the middle, and then it gets slopers over top, and then like the holds were fun. It was just fun.
Yeah, you liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sarah was also with us today, trying her hand at leading outdoors.
Perfect. Good job. I don't know what that means, but I understand what it means. Alright, for editing purposes, this is Grandma and Grandpa Josephine, Joe, whatever the frick. Grandpa Joe. For editing purposes, 516D plus
You say B or
V. 516V. Dakota Andra's first ascent.
As I started climbing, the rock was very cold, and it occurred to me that this was likely the last trip to the Red for the season. It was cold, but man, was it beautiful.
I would just like to say, Danielle was my 700th subscriber. Thank you.
Then we headed over towards a group of friends from Philly that were climbing Oompa and Loompa. I could barely contain my excitement to see them, but I had to, because right as we got there, some dude was giving a solid go on pure imagination, a 514C. It was absolutely just, like, crazy insane to watch.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Meanwhile, I'm getting pumped out holding a camera. Damn. Come on. Bro. This is my friend. 1 year ago, we met.
1 year ago, like 6 months ago.
6 months ago, we met right here on this very route. And at the top of this route, she told me, you just go left, right, left, right.
Now I have better beta.
Do you want a spot for that start?
The Cliff Bar sponsor.
Emmett gave a go at Loompa, a pockety overhung 510C. It was my first time meeting Emmett, and I don't know how else to describe him, but just like the most gentle soul. I feel like there are just so many cool people in the climbing community, and it's one of my favorite parts of it all. Emmett and his female counterpart Liz are coming for my brand because they have 2 adorable cats named Morel and Truffle. Not quite lemon, mango, and lime, but still. Andy gave Loompa a go and cruised it. If you want to see the full uncut send, you can check it out on the channel. Oompa and Loompa are 2 of my favorite routes, even though I still haven't managed to send either cleanly.
Good morning, everybody. We are on our way to the gallery. I did a pretty dang bad job of filming yesterday, but I had a ton of fun. And this is Andy's favorite crag, so really hyped to check it out.
Walking into the gallery, I immediately could tell it would be a crag that I loved. We jumped onto a 10B that wrapped itself around an arete called The King Lives On. I was very surprised that I was able to flash the route, and it really only felt tricky at the top 2 clips where it got a bit slopey.
Yo, I cannot even describe how cool this rock looks. This is a cool crag. Dude, this cave in front of us is so freaking cool. Like, look at this. It's just this massive cave. And then there's like this giant pipe, which, look, you can see how big it is because Jed's next to it. What do you think's in this, babe? Yeah.
That's probably a drain pipe.
This giant roof of a rock. Just crazy. Like, for reference, Andy's down there. And I'm literally not that far away from her. And then it just opens up into this beautiful autumn trees. This is really neat.
A couple weeks ago, I put out a video about my favorite routes at the Red, and this next route definitely needs to be added. A Brief History of Climb, a 510B, was an epic 80-foot route with a big move at the start, and then just some sustained overhung pockety climbing the last half of the route. It was a fantastic way to end out 2 amazing weeks of climbing in the Red, and round out the season in general. I'm so thankful to climb in this beautiful place with all of these beautiful people. And I'm so thankful that you all are following along with me. Stay hyped.